What does membership in Kappa Delta imply?
It implies fostering the high ideals of the education profession by assuming trusteeship of a rich professional legacy. It is our privilege and duty as educators to transmit this legacy.
Candidates, do you accept the responsibility of transmitting this legacy? If so, you will answer, I do. What are the principles upon which the society is founded?
Education is a vital societal force that encourages universal welfare and individual progress. Education is a cornerstone of democracy and the foundation of personal fulfillment. Honor societies conduct rituals and ceremonies to impress upon their members the ideals and duties to which they adhere. Members of Kappa Delta Pi have cherished the society's ideals and accepted the concepts of duty established when the organization was founded. New members of Kappa Delta Pi should be aware of the duties which education imposes and uphold the ideals of society.
We present for your acceptance the ideals which guide members of the society.
The first ideal is that of fidelity to humanity. This ideal implies faith in the potential of human beings and an improvement of the human condition through education, compassion in the contacts one has as an educator with humanity, and dedication to the concept that through continuous education based upon equal opportunity, persons of all ages, races, and creeds will find increased opportunity for experiencing more meaningful lives. All of this is implied in the ideal of fidelity to humanity.
Do you accept this ideal of fidelity to humanity? If so, you will answer, I do.
The second is the ideal of science. This ideal implies that, as an educator, one will be faithful to the cause of free inquiry and strive to eliminate prejudice and superstition by withholding judgment until accurate and adequate evidence is obtained. One will not distort evidence to support a favorite theory, not be blinded by the new or spectacular, nor condemn this old simply because it is old. All of this is implied in the ideal of science.
Do you accept this ideal of science? If so, you will answer, I do. The third ideal is that of service. This ideal is the very essence of education, which seeks advancement not merely for self, but for society as well. The incentive of the great educators of the world has been their desire to serve humanity. Service in education implies living so that others are strengthened, inspired, and striving for the achievement of justice, peace, and a better way of life for all. All this is implied in the ideal of service. Do you accept this ideal of service? If so, you will answer, I do.
The final ideal is that of toil, the will to do the task that must be done, whether the task pleases one or not. and faith in the social necessity and intrinsic reward of the education profession. It implies working with such faith and zeal that others are won to the cause of education. If one life has been given greater freedom and nobler vision, toil has not been in vain. All this is implied in the ideal of toil.
Do you accept this ideal of toil? If so, you will answer, I do. Our society's emblem incorporates the scroll, the stylus, the beehive, and the characters Kappa, Delta, Pi. Many of the treasures of antiquity, which form the foundation of modern education, rest upon scrolls of papyrus. The golden scroll, therefore, is the foundation of our emblem. The shaft running through the skull is the stylus, the first instrument known to be used in making letters and figures. The beehive symbolizes toil. The characters Kappa, Delta, Pi represent our motto: knowledge, duty, power. Words expressing the entire meaning of our educational ideals. Would the candidates please stand? The purpose and ideals of Kappa Delta Pi are now known to you. Are you ready to assume the obligation of membership in Kappa Delta Pi? If so, you will answer, I am. Please repeat after me the obligation of the society. I promise to abide by the Constitution and bylaws of Kappa Delta Pi, and to cooperate to expand the influence of its purpose and ideals. I now declare you members of Kappa Delta Pi, International Honor Society in Education, pledged to be faithful to its ideals and worthy to enter into the bonds of fellowship with its members. At this time, please have another initiate, family member, or friend assist you with your ribbon by pinning it to your clothing, somewhat as you would place a flower corsage, then ask them to sit down.